Blaney's rejoining there, they're all three wide. Neil's trying to get involved and Blaney hits them both off. Blaney goes back on the track, hits both cars. It's the right on the back of Bradders into the hairpin on the inside. Bradders outbreaks his own, they both pass, just hard to say. Stevie passes them all straight through. Oh, Callum's lost it! Callum's lost it! What a recovery! He uses the wall, but what a recovery there from Callum. Let's have a look at Steve. Now Stevie holds his own around the outside. And no way Jose, but then gets a slow run out of the corner. Bids us right up on the outside of him again. This is brilliant. LPB WTCR Championship Round 3, Race 3 from Sakito GP. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the WTCR Championship on Project Cars 2. This is Round 3, Race 3 from Sakito GP, which is basically the alternative version of Suzuka on Project Cars. So very fast flowing track this one, a few different alterations to the real life Suzuka, and we will just now take you through the grid for this third race of the third round. So let's go to our trusty drone, and it's Twerdy on pole position, so the Twerdy on pole with Pash alongside. Fidel is third, then it's Blaney in fourth, Cy Racing in fifth, George is sixth, then Neil Farmack 7th, Intrepidi in 8th, we've got 9th TY, Bradders is 10th, Hovno 11th, Stevie and Bidster back in 12th and 13th, and Will at the back of the grid in 14th. So let's get on with the action then in the fog and rain of Sakito. Looking at Twerdy on pole position, and away we go. George gets a good start in the front wheel drive McGann, gets better off the grid than Blaney in the BM, and Fidel goes into the first corner first because he's in the lead, and down into the first corner. Pash on the inside of George there, and then everyone else, Twerdy goes wide, and everyone else in the mid pack nice and neatly through. So I think everyone's nice and neatly through the first few corners. Blaney goes off the road there, so Blaney's off the road. They're looking at Cy Racing there, down into the next one. Pash and George alongside each other. George around the outside of Pash. Twerdy and Intrepidi on the gravel. They're going to come back across. Cy Racing gets collected, and Hovno does as well to a point, I think. But I think everyone else is okay. Just a few people getting caught out in other people's incidents as we go around the corner. And oh, we've got Hovno and Stevie off. Hovno and Stevie are off the track, so they go down the order. So they've had a spin there. I think Hovno someone must have lost control of the car and collected the other one. So through into the Degners, it's Fidel, George, Pash, top three, Intrepidi, and then it's Blaney, Neil Farmack and TY close together. Then we've got Bidster making up ground, and he's got his teammate Bradders ahead of him now. And he's just gone round the outside of Will. Cy Racing and Stevie and the others join at the back after the first few corner calamities. Up the hill, Bidster getting the power on, and up the hill we go. Up towards Spoon. Spoon corner, Fidel runs wide. George takes the lead. Fidel goes wide and knocks the advertisements flying. Just trying to get a picture of him now. He's rejoined back, he's okay. As further back we've got TY, sorry about the cameras guys, the camera's been a bit funny here. As Twerdy goes through in 8th, so from 1st to 8th in the space of half a lap. And now down the fast section towards 130R. TY and Neil close together, bumper to bumper. Neil Farmack defending, TY going for the outside towards 130R. Is he mad? As we go towards 130R, he's alongside, he's almost past him. And through the corner, a bit of contact, both cars go wide. TY knocks the advertisement board flying. And now we go flying through the last corner. There's no chicane like at Suzuka. We go flying through, and Twerdy goes round the outside of TY. What a move from Twerdy round the outside of TY on the last corner. That's brave. End of the first lap, and it's Fidel in second, George in the lead, Fidel second, Pash third. And then everyone else battling down the grid as there's Twerdy, Bidster catching up to the back of the pack as well. Further back we've got Cy, Hovno and Will at the back as the cameras go funny again. So we'll just try and get the cameras back on track, guys, and we'll look to the TY and Twerdy battle here. So Twerdy's in 7th now, so he's made up a position on TY. He goes through into the left, right, left section. Bidster trying to catch up to the back of the group as well. As Blaney's off track. Blaney's off, he's gone wide, he's going to rejoin here somewhere. He's just held on, and there's a massive puddle across the track there. He's got to be careful on traction. The BMWs have got to be careful with the rear drive. They can get quite caught out as Bidster then looks to the inside. So the front wheel drive should have the advantage on traction in the wet, but we'll see how the race goes on. into the Degners. Bidster right on the back of Blakeney. Now Twerdy's lost control. Twerdy's lost control. He's gone to the inside. We can't see him, but he's on the inside somewhere. There he is. He's rejoining there on the inside. Keeps out of everyone's way. And rejoins there back in 7th, 8th. Yeah, 8th position. Bidster on the back of him now. And Stevie flying in the front-wheel drive McGann. That McGann working wonders in the wet. Absolutely brilliant as he's now trying to come alongside Bidster. Bidster not giving him an inch to play with as we go up to Spoon Corner. Into Spoon. Again, like I said, the front-wheel drive car will be a bit more of an advantage in the wet because the front wheel's just pulling its way through the water. The rear-wheel drive's got to be careful not to let the car slide out as we go up the hill. All BMWs with Stevie hunting them down in that Renault Megane. As up front, Fidel has been passed by Intrepidi. Intrepidi on the inside, side by side through 130R as we go through, and Fidel has to give up the place to Intrepidi, who takes the position. And then we've got the rest of them here. TY, Blake, Twerdy, all together. The BMWs all running close together with the Renault of Stevie at the back, putting the pressure on. There they go, all the BMWs. And Bidster gets a good run on Twerdy. He's going to go for the inside. Twerdy looks like he's trying to defend a little bit. Bidster looks to the inside. Will he commit to the move? No, he brakes hard into the corner because obviously the spray will be quite bad as well as we go out the corner there and into the right, and then get the power on out the corner. Twerdy has a bit of a moment there on the way out. He's okay, survives, and lives to fight another day. This is the main battle on track at the minute. That's why we're mainly focusing on this. So Blakeney being a bit of a buffer for TY as Stevie goes wide. I think he's on the gravel, he's off. So Stevie gets caught out there, and he's got to do all that hard work again to try and catch up to the train of BMWs that we've got here. And up the rise, and then approaching the two Degners, the little kink right and then the 90-degree right. The two very hard corners in the wet. Don't want to lose stability of the car as TY goes a little bit wide there, but he's okay. Bidster absolutely flying over the curbs there. Into the inside, you can see the water gathering on the inside. All the BMWs choosing to go around it, and Stevie goes through it as he can in the front-wheel drive. That's one advantage he's got. Meanwhile, up front, we've got George in the lead. George in the lead by 1.5 seconds from Pash in second in the Mercedes. Then we've got Intrepidi third, going very, very, very wide. And Fidel deciding, I'm going to follow you because I think you know best, but obviously not. And Neil Farmack there in fifth. Then we've got TY and the train of BMWs starting to go wide, but also the BMWs are starting to catch the front runners in the front-wheel drives. So the rear-wheel drive's starting to come alive now as Bidster's through because Blakeney's made a mistake. So Blakeney's back to 8th and now 9th because Stevie's passed him as well. And we've got Twerdy's gone backwards as well. He's gone back down to 11th place. So all happening there within the space of a few corners. And Hovno has just passed Will, I think, because Will's gone off track. There he is, he's off track back there, and he's down to last place. Bradders goes through as well. So all changed there. And again, we'll get some replays of the first half action for you soon, but not yet. As we the camera goes funny there. It does that sometimes on Suzuka, so on Sakito, sorry. So we've got to be careful of that. There's Bidster. Oh yeah, it's gone funny now. As there he is, it tracks them through that corner, and then that's it. Bidster then in 7th. So let's have a look at what battles we've got on the track at the moment. So I think at the minute, close one we've got is Sai and Twerdy battling for 10th place. So Twerdy catching up to the back of Sai after the mistake he's just made. As you go off the track a little bit there, Twerdy slides the BMW sideways. If he holds that, what a recovery, and he did. What a recovery by Twerdy. That is how you go sideways and hold on to a car. Fantastic stuff there. And we're just over halfway, so we'll get some replays into the first half action for you now. Here's the replays from the first half of the race. Okay, here's the replays then, and here's the first half action. First Twerdy rejoining, and a bit of contact with Pash leaves both in a sideways moment, and then Twerdy comes across, George goes to the inside, he goes through the middle of them both to try and take positions, and I think he gets away with it there, and he does. And then we look at the others, it's Intrepidi off with Sai Racing, and then we go off, and then everyone collects each other, and everyone else behind. I don't know how they all avoided that. Amazing. And then we look at Hovno. Watch Hovno here, he just comes across and hits Stevie, and then hits him into the wall. I think that just aquaplaned and had nothing to do there, so nothing he could do, and they both rejoin at the back. Okay, here's the replay on board with Hovno then on the first lap action. So you see the cars on the left go off, and then they come across. We get collected, we try and avoid them best we can, but we get collected. And then watch this now, we go through the corner, and listen to the engine note. sliding his way around the corner, and then just aquaplanes, understeers, and hits Stevie off into the wall. Both cars spin round. I think that was more unlucky and just aquaplaning really, rather than intentionally taking Stevie out. That was just aquaplaning, and then that happened, so unlucky for both drivers there. Here's a replay of something we missed on lap 1, so watch here. Will goes to the right, and Bradders brakes for the corner because he's not sure of the speed to take it, hits him, and then watch Stevie here, side racing hits the other car, and then Stevie goes straight through the middle and passes them all. Thank you, boys. Here's some action we missed at the front of the grid, so Pash and Fidel side by side into the first corner on lap 2, and Pash sideways on the water on the inside goes wide, and Fidel goes back up the inside, and now we're alongside each other into the next corner. BMW versus Mercedes, rear wheel drive versus front wheel drive. Pash goes around the outside of him into that corner, and then into the next one. Fidel trying to keep hold of it, but Pash takes position. Good racing there. Okay, here's a replay of what happened between Blaney and Twirly on lap 3 then. So into the spoon corner. See Blake goes wide, Twirly goes with him, and they catch the after turf and they slide both together, and Bidster just avoids them both. And Stevie's coming through now, and he's got cars facing the wrong way. There's Blake rejoining, and then Cy Racing comes through, and they're just about getting going before he gets there. So amazing. Here's a quick replay of Twirly's slide at the first corner on lap 4. Sees he fall opposite Loco Road and holds onto the car. Good car control there. And now back to the racing action. And as you come back from that, you just saw Twirly run wide there. So Twirly runs wide, loses time to Cy Racing, and then up over the top of the hill goes Stevie in 8th. So let's have a look further down. We've got Will and Bradders battling it out for 12th and 13th. I think Bradders has just had a little bit of an off there. So he's just gone off Bradders in the BMW. So hopefully not too much damage done, as Hovnell's at the back now. He's gone off as well. Hovnell with a lot of damage in his BMW as well, as he goes wide, so not enjoying this track, so needs a bit more practice on this one. As Will goes round, Will's gone round, and there's a big puddle on the track there, as you might see when Hovnell goes through. The car slides and he goes off and hits Will. Oh, well, he points him in the right direction. There you go, Will. Every little helps. As yeah, he gets put round the right way, but there's a massive puddle across the track there. You can't see it properly, but there is. And Bidster's just passed TY, so Bidster is now the second of the rear wheel drives, because Fidel's in 5th. He can't quite keep with the front wheel drives, but looks like the rear wheel drives are starting to pick up now. So as Bidster slides his way through 130R. So Bidster then on the move. He's actually catching Fidel here. Let's watch Bidster through this last corner here, and just teetering the car on the edge of adhesion, and into the last corner and onto the straight as the camera goes funny again. Do apologise, guys, it just goes funny there sometimes. That's how bad the spray is. If we go on board with Bidster, that's what the spray's like. Into the first corner we go, sliding his way in, and then into the right, and watching for the water on the inside. See there's puddles on the inside there, got to be careful of them. So he's now catching Fidel very quickly. Hovnell, Will at the back. No, just having it. Oh, it's I think at the back it's whoever can spin less, because Hovnell's gone round, Will's gone round, so they're both not enjoying this race in the wet conditions. So yeah, I think whoever spins less is going to be 13th, and whoever spins most is going to be 14th. So the battle of the ballet continues as Fidel loses control, and he's down to 7th place. So Bidster takes 5th, TY up to 6th, Fidel down to 7th, and his next person behind him is Stevie. So Stevie closing up then on the stricken Beamer in front of him. And Bidster is actually now catching Neil Farmack. So the front wheel drive's now being caught. So the rear wheel drive's finally coming good here. So the front wheel drive must have burned off the best rubber on the wet tyres. And the BMW's starting to make ground, because TY's coming with Bidster as well. So Bidster and TY both on the move then into Spoon Curve. And nicely through there, sideways for Bidster. Bidster's gone round. Bidster's half spun, and he's got the car going again. But just shows you that the track is very, very slippy. So even the guys at the front are starting to lose control. Fidel's done it. Bidster's done it. Who's going to be next? As we go up the hill, got Cy and Blake quite close back here. Cy Racing and Blakeney, and Cy Racing in his first race round with us, in his first round, his third race. They're not doing too bad. And Twirly and Hovnell further back, they're struggling a little bit. But meanwhile at the front, it's George in the lead On lap 6 of 7 now, penultimate lap of the race. George's in the lead from Pash in second. Then it's Intrepidi in third with Neil Farmer not too far behind. And then we've got TY then, first of the BMWs, chasing him down. Then we've got Stevie in the middle of them all as Fidel runs very wide, misses braking point completely and off into the gravel and just keeps it off the wall. And good recovery there from Fidel, but yeah, he recovers, but he's behind Bidster now, so Bidster and Stevie gain a place. Fidel down to 8th. Cy Racing with Blakeney still behind him. They're still tootling round in their positions. I wouldn't exactly call it tootling round though, that's probably not the nicest way of saying it, but yeah, they're going round at a good pace further back. Neil Farmer, oh! Intrepedi's gone off! Intrepedi's gone off and Neil passes him and Intrepidi slow up the hill. TY goes round the outside of him but he's on the grass. Oh, wow! Intrepidi tries to leave him room, but TY ends up going on the grass, and Intrepedi's now he's hitting signs. I think he's just had a bit of a moment, and he's lost a bit of control as we go through the corner. And also, let's have a look. Sorry, it's Bidster and TY's spun round again, so TY's lost grip on his tyres, and Bidster's ahead of Fidel. So it's all changed. TY's spun round. There'll be plenty of replays in this one at the second half, I'll tell you that. As Intrepidi and Stevie go side by side, the two McGanns, they're not teammates, but they're side by side up towards Spoon, and Intrepidi holds on to his 4th place, but Stevie is lurking. He has the lights on. He wants that 4th place. As Bidster and Fidel go through the corner as well, Bidster doesn't spin this time, keeps control of the car on the penultimate lap of this race. It's all heated up now towards the end. Stevie trying to get Intrepidi, Bidster trying to get rid of Fidel. Neil is in 3rd, he's on his own, he just needs to watch the gap to Intrepidi, and Pash and George at the front, 3 seconds apart, but still one mistake could spell the difference. On to the last lap we go. George in the lead. Again, the camera goes funny there, guys, sorry about that. It's the cameras on Project Cars being useless, like they usually are. Needs to go through the last corner. Fidel very wide, clips the grass, and he's off on the last corner. He's losing speed and he's off. Let's have a look on the onboard. He's back on track though, but yeah, very unlucky there for Fidel. And Cy Racing now coming up with Blakeney behind. So Blakeney's fell backwards in this race. Cy Racing moves up to 8th, Twerdy in 10th. So back to the battle nearer the front. It's Intrepidi 4th. Neil's only a couple of seconds up the road, but then there he is, and then he's got Stevie behind, and Bidster trying to do all he can to catch up on this last lap, sliding his way through the corners. Let's watch the front wheel drives over this. There's a ridge of water across the track here. They go through it quite alright, and Bidster just holds on okay as well. You can't see it on the replay camera, but on the actual day on the track there was a massive puddle there across the track, and the BMWs were really struggling to go through it. You had to really straighten the car up and go through it more or less, yeah, like in a straight line, so it actually didn't spin. So very treacherous track conditions here in Japan. As Bidster goes through and he's low, slides the car over the puddle, just trying to take the inside line too much there. But Stevie's still piling on the pressure on Intrepidi, still putting the pressure on. As we go up the hill towards Spoon, just on the other side there we saw George going through there. He's on out of Spoon on his last lap, about to win the race here, so George looking good for his first win this season. As Intrepidi slides sideways, he's off the track as Stevie goes round the outside, but Stevie goes off the track going wide as well. Bidster's now up on these two. Stevie goes wide, Bidster goes through, so Stevie comes off worse, and Bidster's now through the 5th, and now can he catch Intrepidi before the end of the race? But George goes through here. He's going to go towards the line and win the race. Has Bidster got close to Intrepidi yet? I don't think he has. Not yet. He's close, but he's not no cigar yet. As we can't see the winner because it's not showing us. But George crosses the line. He wins the race. Pash is going to be second, even though you can't see him crossing the line because the cameras have gone funny. I do apologise, guys. Quickly to the chase cams. So Pash in second, Neil in 3rd, Intrepidi 4th, with Bidster just behind him in 5th. Stevie is 6th, then it's Fidel back here. We might be able to go to the trackside camera for this one. Fidel in 7th. Then we've got Cy Racing and Blakeney around the last corner together as well. Blakeney looking for the best line possible, but I don't think he's going to get it. We'll have to quickly go to the other cameras now because it's going to go funny. So Fidel 7th, Cy Racing 8th, and Blakeney in his water spray behind in 9th. Twerdy in 10th. Then we've got Bradders here in 11th. So Bradders up to 11th as TY goes right to the back of the field. TY having major problems here. He's gone right. Has he? Has he disconnected or something? He's gone. I don't know what's happened there. He's disappeared off the leaderboard. So TY has gone for some reason. I don't know why, but he's gone off the leaderboard on this. So strange. But so Twerdy's finished. Brad is coming around the last corner now. He's definitely going to be 11th. And then it's going to be Will in 12th. Let's see if he can hold on for 12th position, because these two have been spinning round like ballet dancers at the back. Just finding it a bit harder. Through 130R, nice line there. As Bradders goes through, he's in 12th position. He's finished the race. Will is going to be in 12th. Just round the last corner, then it's straight home to the finish. And yeah, he's going to be in 12th. And Hovno is going to be in 13th. But TY, nowhere to be seen. I don't know what's happened to him, so we'll have to wait for the results for that one. So, just before we go to the results, we'll just get those replays in of the second half action for you now. Here's the replays from the second half. Here's a replay on lap 4 on board with Bradders of something that we missed earlier. So it was Hovno rejoining the track. See, there he is, and he rejoins, and Bradders has nowhere to go but into him. Hovno really needs to be a bit more aware of what's around him. Then Will goes through there, and it goes through past them both. Here's a replay of how Will lost it on lap 4. So he just gets the puddle there, goes right round. Round he goes onto the inside. And then, as we saw earlier, we saw Hovno come round and then does the exact same thing, except then hits Will and points him in the right direction. There you go. BMWs helping each other. Here's the first of the other replays. So it's TY on lap 4, loses control on the puddle there, and then Bidster. If we watch Bidster here, he's about to go round the outside as the camera goes funny there, but then TY has a twitch and Bidster just gets round the outside. We'll get a different angle on that for you now as well. Okay, here's the look from Bidster's point of view. So see TY slides there, it's very well to control it. Bill goes wide ahead and Bidster right, keeps the power on around the outside. TY slides again and just he sneaks through the gap and takes 6th place. What a pass. Okay, here's the replay what happened to Fidel. So watch the yellow car in 5th. Just hits the puddle, goes sideways onto the grass, and then he has to rejoin. So that's how he went down to 7th. Okay, here's a replay of something that all you guys saw, but somehow I missed. As TY goes through the corner and spins on the puddle, and he's in the middle of the track, and you can see there, Bidster and Fidel just get round him, and then TY gets going again, but that's how TY started to lose his positions. And as we look for another replay, it's TY again on lap 6, and this time he's pulled off the track for good, and unfortunately ends up retiring from the race because he's got some kind of wheel problem or something, so he's retired. And as we come back from that, now we will go to the results. Okay guys, here's the results from that end. So it is George who takes victory here. Well done to George, fantastic win with Pash in 2nd. Neil is 3rd with Bidster in 4th, and it's 5th for Intrepid with Stevie in 6th. Fidel finishes in 7th ahead of Cy Racing and Blake in 8th and 9th. Then it's 10th for Twerdy. Unfortunately we don't have a second page, so it is, just so you know, it is Bradders in 11th, Will in 12th, and then it's Hovno in 13th. So as we come back from the results then, your winner is George. Well done to George, fantastic win for him, his first win of the season, and getting some more points in for his team dive squad. So good job by him, and we will see you guys next time for around Sakito again for race 4, and it's a bit drier next time, so there should be some better conditions. So we'll see you for that, guys. Take care. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments down below, hit your notification bell for more action from us, and next time it'll be round 3, race 4 from Sakito GP.